All right, this is the narrated version of the introduction to disease process and causes of disease. I like this quote by Thomas Mann, and I hope that all of us are interested in life even as we study disease and death. Here are some predisposing factors for disease. Heredity, which we really can't do a whole lot about. We'll have more to say about that in the future. Age. I know for one I'm getting old and I can't prevent that, but it's better than not getting old. Gender, also we don't have much choice in that, although people do change genders, but their predisposing factors would not change. Environment, unless we're able to move, we are all affected by the environment, and the world is getting smaller and smaller. We'll talk more about environment in the future. I'm very concerned about that myself. Lifestyle, and you probably know good lifestyle habits, and hopefully we'll learn more about them and be able to adopt the best that you can. Throughout the PowerPoints that I will be showing you, I will also be including some websites to go to watch some videos. I'm not going to watch the videos with you during these PowerPoints, and when necessary I will be explaining some of them. This one is rather self-explanatory. All of them are short videos. This one is a little bit about risk factors, particularly about heart disease, so please take a look at this at your leisure. I'm going to move on. So here are some hereditary disease factors and conditions and definitions. Monogenic disorders are caused just by one gene. Autosomal dominant means by a gene of the body rather than a gene of the X or Y chromosome. Autosomal recessive, X or sex-linked. Chromosomal, referring to, of course, the chromosomes, and more confined than multifactorial. Since this is a class that requires the prerequisites of HO 150 and 152, I am assuming that you are familiar with some of these terms, and they are redefined and discussed in your textbook. Here are some video clips that are regarding hereditary disease, cystic fibrosis. Again, I'm not going to click on these right now. You will be able to. Here are some short video clips regarding the hereditary disease of cystic fibrosis. And again, I'm not going to click on them for you now. These are safe links. I've looked at them myself. And notice that you need to highlight each one and then right-click and open hyperlink. Choose the open hyperlink, and you will be able to get there. In the first video, I want you to pay attention to what systems are involved in cystic fibrosis, what systems are affected, and why are so many involved in this one disease, and why is this disease so debilitating. So think about those factors. In the other two, there is a new drug that is advertised. I am not pushing any particular company or drug, but it does give some insight into the etiology of the disease and some of the factors that are trying to be controlled. All right, another topic is inflammation. Inflammation is the body's response to tissue damage. It is different from infection, although it may be a result of infection. Infection is the invasion and multiplication of pathogenic microorganisms. I want to re-emphasize to you also that you can always instant message me through Moodle, and if you have any questions about the PowerPoints or the reading and the video clips that I have included both here and in the class itself will reinforce one another, and I realize there may still and often are still some questions, so please do message me as soon as you have a question, or use the student questions forum, and I get back to people on work days within 24 hours, sometimes on the weekends or during school holidays, but we all need our holidays, so you can count on 24 hours during the school week, but not necessarily over the holidays. Best way to reach me is Moodle messaging. Email kind of works, but I don't respond as fast because I do look at the instant message in our Moodle page nearly every day. All right, here is a resource for immunodeficiency diseases, and I also want you, as you read this and watch the video clip, I want you to also pay attention to the immune response and phagocytosis. They are both included in this short video by the National Institutes of Health. All right, here are some microorganisms that cause disease: fungi, rickettsia, protozoa, viruses, bacteria, and parasites. Again, we covered some of this in HO 152, and I have included a resource that I use in HO 152 that I designed that does cover more about immunology and some of the pathogenic microorganisms. So it is available to you also on the Moodle page. Trauma. Any injury or wound that is caused by external force or violence, and it can occur in the head, chest, abdominal pelvic region, neck and spine, or the extremities. Here are some of the effects of physical and chemical agents. Extreme heat and cold are included, ionizing radiations, extremes of atmospheric pressure. For example, if you are diving deep, scuba diving, or even free diving, you can be affected by the changing pressures, or if an airplane in which you are flying loses pressure. Electric shock, poisoning, near drowning. Even though you survive, it does have lasting effects on inflammation and cardiovascular systems sometimes. Insect bites, spiders, snakes, some of these can be fatal, or some people who are highly allergic may be very deleteriously affected by these. Asphyxiation and burns. Neoplasia literally means a new growth, and it's abnormal formation of tissue, new growth of tissue. It can be benign, which means it does not spread, or malignant, which generally defines cancer. Immune-related factors in disease include allergy, anaphylactic shock, which affects the entire body, autoimmunity, and immunodeficiency. Here's a video of the autoimmune disease multiple sclerosis, and as you watch this, please pay attention, and as you read about this disease, please note that MS is an autoimmune disease, and I want you to be able to define what an autoimmune disease is. And also, as you watch this, please pay attention to why this disease specifically is called multiple sclerosis, and what part of the brain is, or what type of tissue of the brain is primarily affected. Again, you would highlight this and then right-click and choose Open Hyperlink. Nutritional imbalances include malnutrition. Malnutrition can be overnutrition or undernutrition. Vitamin and mineral deficiencies and excesses, obesity, and starvation. The last two are really part of malnutrition. We will be discussing more about this. I have some special items to share with you, and I also teach nutrition for Lane, so I'm very interested and concerned about this. And good nutrition is very important for preventing many, many diseases, as you have probably heard very, very often in the popular media as well as in the textbooks and scientific information you read. All right, since we're talking about nutrition, you might want to take a moment, and we will get back to this also, to go to the government website, choosemyplate.gov. This was put together. A lot of the effort put into this was by our current First Lady, Michelle Obama, and it is a very useful site. All kinds of information there. So when you have time, please take a look. And please note that in our textbook, when they refer to the nutrition government site, they call it My Pyramid, which is no longer in use. The new way to look at nutrition, at least for now, as defined by the government, and the good icon to use is the My Plate. All right, other causes of disease: idiopathic. I heard a little joke about this long ago. that means, and I don't want anybody to take offense, that idiopathic means the practitioner is an idiot and the patient is pathetic. Unfortunately, idiopathic means that the cause is unknown. Iatrogenic means caused by medical treatments and their effects. Chemotherapy, for example, can cause some very severe side effects. Nosocomial means acquired in a hospital or a healthcare facility. All right, that's the end of this video. As I said, please get in touch with me if you have any questions, and I look forward to your involvement. Thank you.